Great realtor sent me a referral yesterday. Clients were driving back to California. They just saw a house here in the Sarasota area. They wanted to make an offer, and they asked for a pre-qualification, which means they just wanted to fill something out, not give me any documents, and push a button to send that pre-qualification letter. Now, I don't usually do pre-qualifications unless that income is so straightforward that I don't need documentation. Because let's be honest, a pre-qualification is basically just someone telling you what they make and hoping it lines up with what we can actually use. And half the time it doesn't. So I told them I don't just hand these out. I do pre-approval, real ones, with documents, credit pulled, income calculated, the whole thing reviewed to make sure we have a loan that can close. Now I knew they were traveling, so I agreed to do what I could. Told them if my name is on that pre-approval, listing agents expect that I've done the work, that I haven't taken shortcuts. The client told me I'm not applying for a loan, just getting a pre-qualification. Then they added, we are highly qualified. I'm not worried. And let me just say, that's always when you should be worried. I took their app partially by phone, worked on it until 9:30 last night. This morning, jumped back in. They had sent over their tax returns, but they still needed to give us the other returns, which they wouldn't have until Friday. So I started there. And after running the numbers, they didn't qualify. Not with what we had. Debt to income was too high. And I knew I wasn't getting his tax returns. I knew I wasn't getting the other tax returns until Friday. So you have to get creative. Found a program that lets us exclude their departing residence based on what Zillow says it would rent for, and no leases required. That changed everything. Suddenly we had a path, ran the numbers again, and it worked. I issued the pre-approval because how we do it matters. Even when I was using a what if about the listing agent knowing me, this morning the buyer's agent called me before I had done all that work. Said the listing agent, she knows me and she was excited to see my name on that pre-approval coming over later today. That's why I do what I do, not just to get a deal though, but to make sure when it lands in someone's hands, they can trust it. We're not always perfect, but the more information we have, the more documentation we have, the better the loan, the faster the close, the greater the certainty. That's what people deserve.